And welcome back. This is Frost Gaming 25, and in this episode, we're going to be testing out the Might of the Earth set, and we hopefully will see what difference the changes they made actually means for us. So, what they did in this one was they increased the 6 set max bonus from 20,000%. Now it is 37,500%. So we will give that a try out and see if it's worth using in Season 30. So without further ado, let's get started. We're just doing the leveling portion right now, and then we'll do the actual run at the end. So let's just quickly get up to level 60 or 70 and see what we can do. Okay, let's get our skills equipped now. So we're going to go ahead and use a couple of different things here. For right now, I think ground stop's a good left click. We'll put runes on later. Right click, I would probably prefer it being earthquake. I don't know if I even have earthquake. Oh, I do have earthquake. Okay, perfect. We can do giant stride for right now. It'll be different. We'll use a different rune later on. And then we'll use leap, which will give us more armor. Probably could do either furious charge or, I think better yet, do threatening shout. Yeah, we'll use falter. And then we're going to go ahead and use our nerves of steel because we are hardcore. And then we're going to do probably that. Let's see, any good ones? Relentless is a great one. At least on hardcore it is. And then we'll, I don't really think we need too much fury. Let's use tough as nails. I might change that one. But we'll find out. The other ones that I want to use are ignore pain. Maybe we'll use that one, bravado. We could get a lot of extra time with it too. We'll use bravado. It'll give us movement speed as a nice little bonus. And then we could definitely use furious charge, but we'll probably end up using avalanche eventually. But for now, we'll use invigorate for right now. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Easy money. making quick work of it so far. We'll see what actually comes of it, though, once we get and test the real deal. And that's Rift Guardian. This is such a good map. We might stay on it a little bit longer. So far, I like the feel of it, but I still do think it's a little too early to call it, because some of the sets, they work really well at the beginning and don't need any polishing, and some actually require a lot of polishing to make them really shine. And I don't know if it's going to be good enough to do instant max difficulty, but we're keeping in mind I'm not going to be using any gems, because in the first two tests that we did and ran, being the Witch Doctor and the Demon Hunter, neither of them used gems as well. In terms of legendary gems, no legendary gems on either of the builds. So we are going to stick with this one, also not using legendary gems. And as an added fact, we're not using our Paragon points on either. So we're gonna keep it a Paragonless thing and a legendary gemless build as well, and then see how they perform under the least ideal conditions, assuming you've at least gotten the basic pieces that are required. That's about the only thing I have going for me. Okay, let's finish this off. Okay, that's level 60 complete. Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and once this ends, I'm gonna update the skills here. I think these are gonna stay the same. Falter. Yeah, that will stay. That'll stay. Probably gonna switch this over. And then this is going to become maybe this one or this one. Let's do Molten Fury for now. Because that one's a pretty powerful rune, but so is being able to pull in enemies. Okay, we have hit our level 70. We're going to go ahead and restart this. And we'll do our test here and see how this performs under max difficulty. So all the points have not been spent, and we're gonna quite literally just go in a regular rift, and we'll see how this performs. I'm also going to probably take the Templar, even though he might not do too much at the moment. Let me just give myself the extra, just to save me from having to power level a new guy. Not that it's hard to do, but it's probably for the better. Okay, that's our extra damage reduction we get. And yeah, let's give this a try and see how it does. So far, not bad. Let's see how we continue. A little bit of survivability issues and cooldown. Cooldown is a big, I'm noticing a big problem with cooldown currently. We can, because I said legendary gems specifically, what we can do to help our cause here a little bit, and I will do because the other builds did do that and I forgot to change it, is we can give ourselves a little bit of critical hit damage as well as give ourselves that extra cooldown that we seem to be lacking. It'll help a little bit. It won't help a lot, but it'll help a little bit. So let's go back in and continue from where we were. Yeah, the cooldown a little bit better now. We'll have a little bit more uptime on some of our skills, but still not quite there yet. However, it is clearing it. That is the main thing that we needed to see from this build. So far I am okay with it as base without any like real optimization in it. The balance changes definitely a fan of, because before this it would take even longer to do this tier of a rift if I was using the same gear in the previous patch. I would have been a lot slower to clear because the damage wasn't quite there. But now it seems to be working and I'm definitely okay with it. Survivability is still a little bit of a problem with it, but what can you do? You have to give and take, I guess. Oh shoot, I'm just realizing now I didn't actually give myself the one last thing I should have, which the other builds did use, which we'll switch, we'll fix that in a second. But the other builds did get the ability, the final ability equipped. So if we go here, and if we do this, I didn't actually put anything on here. We could probably give ourselves, we don't really need Fury. I would say maybe this one. Yeah, we're not using a shield, so that doesn't help. Okay, we'll use Rampage. Not too shabby. Getting through it pretty easy. Let's see if I can jump over here. I cannot. Bummer. One downside, though, to this build is I seem to be getting stuck a lot, so I might need to... I mean, if I was optimizing things, I would probably have something to do to deal with that. But as of right now, we're just going to have to deal with it as is. I might even try to see if I can get an unhindered movement from my ability here, because that would help a lot. Ooh, nice. That'll help. Now we can move unhindered through the enemies. Exactly what we needed to do. Well, now everything's just gonna die. 400% more damage on top of the already good damage. Definitely not going to be any contention for a little bit. Oh, we got the butcher. This will be a fun one. Let's see how we do. I'm stuck on the wall. And that's the butcher. I would say, after now having done it, I would probably put this build maybe C plus tier, C plus maybe B minus, somewhere around there. It has the clear potential with the base setup of doing the max difficulty, but I can definitely see in higher rate of risk it might struggle with your overall damage and clear times. It will be a lot slower because all of this, as you can see, is all cooldown based and damage over time. So cooldown and damage over time, you're essentially having to pull your time that you have. Since time is a resource in the dungeon, we have to sacrifice something, which unfortunately time is something is not very good to sacrifice, whereas resource, like in our case Fury or in other classes with their resources are typically can be generated over time, but they can also be generated by actions, which we can't reduce, at least with our basic setup here. We can't really reduce the times on the cooldowns to keep spamming this ability over and over and over and over again without changing some setup that we have. But I'm using this as the base default, so for the most part, I would say it is good and it will work. It'll do the job. If you did want to play it in Season 30, it would definitely be a viable build. However, I wouldn't use it for super high grade rift pushes. I would probably say this would maybe start to plateau around GR 95s. You would probably notice a really, really slow, methodical grind by that point. But needless to say, it is not too bad. A lot of fun to play. I do enjoy playing this one. It is just fun to just jump everywhere and smash everything. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video as well. It helps a lot. And I'll see you in the next one.